Duality is literally just our 3D experience of there being two separate and opposite things.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas dualism and polarity understand that there is only one thing that exists on a spectrum, and at the ends of that spectrum, we can be the most extremely polarized from one another. But nonetheless, we're just at the extreme poles of one thing. So it's about understanding for ourselves that that extreme pole and this extreme pole are not two separate things. What is the one thing that they are the end of the spectrum of? And that is that Trinity, the two poles and the neutral middle of one thing, the three in one. And it's when we come to the middle, when we come to that 0 point, when we come to the Trinity point, the point of power, whatever you want to call it, that is where we undo both experiences of either extreme. So there is no more false light and dark. There is no more good and evil. There is no more right and wrong. What is that neutral middle that undoes them both? I think we have to move beyond this 3D again idea of either or and start wrapping our minds around the broader perspective of and also. We can't pretend to have all the answers, right? There are some
Right.
seriously complicated questions
Yeah.
in the collective consciousness at the moment. And it's going to take the best and the brightest of all of us to come up with how this works for everyone. But some fundamental basics are true. And that is that far more unites us than could ever divide us. We have so much more in common than will ever be different with one another. The age-old wisdom of live and let live, allow one another our differences in that spirit of tolerance, but understanding that most separation and most division is false.
Yes.
That it's based on false psychological constructs that have no actual truth. They have no infinity. They have no eternity. They're constructs we've created for a 3D reality to work. And we don't have to live within those confines anymore. And in so many ways, we can come together. As a species, I can't imagine anything that would be more challenging. We think we have dealt with, and we have indeed, really challenging things more in the dark end of the spectrum, more in the split apart and tragic and painful and awful end of the spectrum. But what greater challenges lie for us in the light side of the spectrum, in actually creating more unity, in creating more harmony, in creating more of the light for us all.
Yes.
Because the truth is, everything that I want for myself, I sincerely want for you as well.